Okay, so hopefully you signed up for QuickBooks last week, at the end of last week, so we are all ready to go for this week's QuickBooks assignment. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to get logged into your QuickBooks online account, and hopefully you wrote down your username, which should be your nwc.edu email address, and then your password. Okay, so if we click on the QuickBooks link that I have right here, it should take you to this page, and you should be able to sign into QuickBooks Online. Okay, and so then it'll, since I'm already logged in, I guess, it just automatically took mine in there because I had my password saved. But you'll go ahead and you'll type in your username and your password, and it should bring you up to a page that looks something like this, your home page. Okay. Obviously yours is going to look a little different because I've been playing around in mine and doing a couple of things setting up this week's assignment, okay? But yours is going to kind of be blank, okay? And you have titled it something, you know, your own. I just did NWC, okay? So what you can do is you can kind of play around with this program, okay? So you have your clients, your team, your pro advisor. These really don't pertain to us. That's once you get more of an advanced program. Then you have your books. You have your home, which is kind of showing you snapshots of everything. Your customers, your customer list. Okay, I have 2 customers added. We'll add a new customer here. Vendors, that would be if you had a small business and you kept track of your vendors that you purchased things from that you ended up reselling or using their supplies, something like that. But these are people that you purchased stuff from. Employees, we won't get into that this week as well. We're kind of going to keep it as simple as possible for this week, but down the road, if you have employees, you can get started with payroll. You know, this is all included, okay, for a price, of course. Okay, transactions are all the different things, and we'll kind of come back to this, but you have your banking. You can set up a banking account through QuickBooks to pay and receive money. Your sales, we'll come back to that tab. It'll show you all the sales that you've done, expenses, the supplies that you bought, and chart of accounts. Reports, again, we'll kind of come back to this page. At the end of, you know, your month, year, quarter, whatever, as a business, you might want to print out some sort of a summary report, okay? And so we'll, like I said, we'll kind of come back to this chart here in a minute. Taxes, we're going to stay away from taxes. This gets into more advanced stuff. If you wanted to take an entire QuickBooks program or class, I think NWC offers one that is solely focused on this program. But for today's purposes, again, we're going to stay pretty basic, okay? And then you have different apps that Intuit puts out that complements the QuickBooks. You know, receiving payments with PayPal, with Square, with getting credit cards, stuff like that. Okay, so if we go back to our home page, the assignment for this week, I want you to do a couple different things. Okay, the first thing is I'd like you to set up and insert 5 new customers. Okay, so you'll go into customers, you'll come up here to new customer. Okay, and we're gonna come up with Robert Smith. Okay, it's going to autofill some of this stuff. Okay, his billing address is going to be 567 Holly Street, Rainy Town, Pennsylvania, zip code 12345. Okay, same as billing address, and then just hit save. Okay, so make up a name, 5 different names, come up with their addresses, and hit save. Okay, so if we go back into our, you know, we just set up Robert Smith. Okay, so this is Robert Smith's account, his address. We've obviously not done anything with Robert Smith yet. He hasn't bought anything, he hasn't paid us. Okay, so if we go back to our customers list, okay, so now I have 3 customers. Okay, so I want you to do a total of 5 customers. So go ahead and do that and add 5 new customers. Okay, the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to sell something to each of those 5 customers. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start with Robert Smith. Okay, so what we can do is we can do home. Okay, or we can go back to customers. Let's see here. and we want to create an invoice, okay, because we sold him something. Okay, so we're going to sell something to Robert Smith. Okay, so we're going to come down here to product or service, and again, this is going to be where you're going to be creative. Okay, so we are going to sell him, a bale of straw. Okay, so I'm going to hit type in straw. Okay, and I don't have it in my product list. Okay, because I've never sold straw before. So I'm going to put it as a non-inventory. Okay, again, if you get more complicated, you can do inventory products, but for today we're going to do non-inventory. Okay, so we're going to sell him a bale of straw. You can choose a different category. I typed in there commodity sales for one of my other ones. Okay, so then you want to put in a description. So I'm going to put in it's a 4x4 square bale of straw. Okay, I'm going to leave the sales price blank. You can type that in if you want to, but I'm going to leave it different because I might sell it at a different price to different people, or I might have higher quality or lower quality. Okay, so then I'm going to save and close, and it says that that's saved. Okay, so we have our bale of straw. He's going to buy one bale of straw for $25. Okay, so then we're going to hit save. Okay, so his invoice is 1,003 and it's saved. Then we can hit this X, and what it's going to show you is going to say, okay, Robert Smith, he has an open balance of $25. Okay, so each of your 5 people, I'd like you to go ahead and sell them something. Sell them 5 different things, okay, for different prices, and it should show up here as you have your 5 different things, okay? So then after you have 5 different customers, and you have open balances for all of them, then I'd like you to go in and receive payment for 3 of those, okay? So I just sold a bale of straw to Robert Smith. I'm going to receive Tommy Jones just stopped in, and he's going to pay his bill. Okay, so I'm going to receive a payment for Tommy Jones. Okay, I'm going to receive the payment today. He's going to give me a check. Okay, he's going to give me a check, and it's check number 563. Okay, it's going to be credited to this invoice number, and he wrote a check for the exact amount that he owed. Okay, and then I'm going to hit save and new. Okay, so it shows that his payment was saved. So then we can X out of there, and it's going to show that now Tommy Jones has a 0 balance. Okay, so I'd like you to receive payment on 3 of those. Okay, so you're going to have 5 customers with 5 different sales, and then you're going to receive payment for 3 of those. Okay, from there, I'd like you to run a report. Okay, so up until this point, you haven't printed anything off to submit for your assignment. This is where the assignment's going to come into play. Okay, the first thing that I'd like you to do, once you get all of those steps done, you've added your 5 customers, you've sold them 5 different things, and you've received payment for 3 of those, I'd like you to print screen or screenshot 3 different things to submit for your assignment for this part of the week. The first thing that I'd like you to do, okay, is I would like you to go to your home page. Okay, make sure that this is selected for this month. Okay, you have your home page. It's showing your name up here, or whatever you titled your thing. Okay, and have it be kind of up here so that I can see your name, your profit loss. These will all show 0. Okay, your income will show here, and your sales will show here. Okay, so I'd like you to print this screen out and save it as the first part to submit. Okay, from there, I'd like you to go to the reports page. Okay, and what I'd like you to do for the reports is you can kind of look around and you can run different things to kind of look at your business. That will kind of, this company snapshot shows you a lot of different things in chart form. Okay, what I'd like for you to do is, I think it's under all reports, review sales, and I'd like you to run the sales by customer detail. Okay, so you're under all reports, review sales, and then the sales by customer detail, and I'd like you to run that. Okay, change this up here to this year to date. and then run report. Okay. And so what it's going to show me, and I'd like you to screenshot this also, okay? So what it's going to show you is going to show me your name again. It's going to show all of your sales from January 1 until the day that you're doing your assignment. And what it's going to show me is it's going to show me your 5 different customers, your 5 different sales of things. Okay, I sold a bale of straw, corn, and then I sold a bale of alfalfa. Okay, for all different prices, and here's the total amount. Okay, so my total sales for my business is a little over $3,300. Okay, so I'd like you to screenshot this and submit this as your second part. You can put it all together into one workbook. That's totally fine. And submit it all as one assignment, but make sure that all 3 parts are going to be included. Okay, so that's part number 2. So first you have your home page that you're going to screenshot and submit. Then you're going to have your report that you're going to submit, sales by customer detail. And the last one that I'd like you to do is going to be transactions. Okay, and I'd like you to go into the sales. And what this is going to show me is it's going to show me that you received payments on 3 different customers. Okay, it's going to show me in the last 365 days the invoices that you created for your different customers and the payments that you received for those customers. Okay, again, I'd like you to screenshot this and include this as the third part of your assignment. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully you took notes throughout this video to kind of walk you through the assignment. I'll try to type out some of the instructions, but you might need to watch it again to get a full description, or make sure and jot down a few notes on what you need to do. But hopefully that will kind of walk you through and kind of show you an introduction to QuickBooks. And hopefully this will be helpful down the road if you open a small business, or if you work for a company that uses QuickBooks, you'll at least be a little bit familiar with these programs. They're very helpful. We use them on our own operation, and it just helps keep things clear. And at the end of the year, you can print out those reports that show you total income, check numbers, all of the tracking information. Even though we don't have a bank account set up with our QuickBooks, it just keeps it all in one safe place, other than a big Excel spreadsheet that's a little bit handier to use. Okay. Any questions, let me know, but hopefully that gets you introduced to QuickBooks.